podcast of Detroit 67. I'm sorry I haven't met you yet. I'm looking forward to it, but I didn't want to give you my illness, which came down yesterday. But I have a few things that I think will help you out with the accent and that you can practice until I can get in there next week or at the end of this week. Um, so when we are looking at this accent, we're looking at all the characters except Caroline. And some common stuff that's happening with the accent. First, I want to talk about vocal posture. Um, this accent is in the middle of the mouth. If I were looking this way, it's not way out front like a British accent would be. We're right in the middle of the mouth, and the jaw is kind of open, and the tongue is kind of down. Um, so we don't have a lot of detail happening in this accent with the tip of the tongue and stuff. Um, this accent is lacking linguistic detail, and what I mean by that is we're not using a lot of our ending consonants. We're running some words together. So this is going to be tricky because our number one objective is to be understood, of course. So we're going to have to play with the balance between lack of linguistic detail and being understood. But in my opinion, go far with the accent first, and we can always pull it back. And Aaron and I will be there to say, can't understand a word you're saying, or need more detail on this word, or something like that. So in this lack of linguistic detail, we're not going to hear our NTs, like in the word apartment, apartment, apartment. You don't hear the middle T, you don't hear the NT. Livin', livin', living room. We're going to drop NG endings. Is going to change to And some major characteristics of this, we're not using a large range of notes in this accent. We're staying in like a 3-note range. And we're going to slow down to use emphasis. So, right outside. My children were playing right outside. And you can hear I'm not jumping or dropping down in notes. I'm staying very close together. But I'm right outside, slowing down to emphasize certain words. When we get into some specific sound changes that are happening in this accent, one of the first ones is the I, as in kit. That can change to I, a little tighter sound, a little more forward, like hit, brick, children, children. But then in the word everything, it switches to an everything. So we're kind of going between the I and the for that. Second, the sound as in dress, is going to change to, and that's a monophthong, which means it's a single vowel sound. Dress, See, my mouth doesn't move. But now we're going to change that to diphthong, into ear. See how my tongue is moving there? Ear. So we're going to say pin. That's for what you write with, a pen. Pin. I'm going to place a bet. I'm doing my best. Okay? The sound, as in trap, is a nice open trap, man, past. But then we'll have some of the words, and you guys from Buffalo should understand this distinction a little bit, whereas in my accent from Canada, I don't distinguish between the word trap and the word bath. They're both an to me. If you've got the standard Buffalo accent, you would say trap, but you would say my dad. So when we get into those words where you would switch it is switching to the air. So bathroom, my dad. Okay. The word, then we get into some of our diphthongs like price, where you can see my jaw shifting, it's a diphthong, is going to become just a single vowel sound. It's going to become price, outside, wise, mine, right hand side. Okay, so it's just a single vowel sound there. And then another diphthong, mouth, becomes another single vowel sound, mouth. Out the house. Ear, we're dropping R coloring in this accent too, which means if an R sound comes and changes the sound of a vowel, so if it's coming at the end of a vowel sound, we're not going to sound it. So I'm trying to make the window not blind you. Okay. So words like near, square, start, force, cure are all going to drop those R's. Near, fear, here, square, there, where, start, park, car, far, false. So force becomes false, stow. And then there are a couple of words that are pronounced a little differently, and I'm sure we'll come across more as we dig into this deeper. But right now, the police becomes police, police. And riot becomes rat, rat. Firing becomes firen, firen. Now, we may have to change that because will anyone understand what we're saying if we say firen? I'm not sure. Accept becomes accept, accept. As in any accent, there are variations on these things, and even in one person's family, people are going to pronounce things differently. But these are some guidelines to help you get into the right area for this accent. Please feel free to send me questions by video or audio. If you've got certain lines that are just, this one I'm just not sure if I'm saying this right, or words you don't know pronunciation of, feel free to drop me an email or send a video or whatever, and I will help you. And we could Skype too. So hopefully this is helpful, and send me any questions you might have. Okay, looking forward to meeting you all. Bye.